Now that we've covered what an inversion is, there's another thing you have to cover, which is competing leaving groups. So if you have multiple leaving groups that can leave with an Sn2 reaction, we have to pick the one that's more stable. So let's first realize that we can do an Sn2 reaction because we have secondary carbons here, and on the other leaving group we have a secondary carbon, and our neighbors are not supersterically hindering. And here we have a secondary carbon and a tertiary neighbor over here, which does slow it down, but it's not enough to stop a strong nucleophile. And then here we have a secondary carbon as well with secondary neighbors. And we have a strong nucleophile, which is sodium cyanide, where the carbon is the one with the negative charge and acts like the nucleophile. And so if we want to do a backside attack, we're going to pick the better nucleophile. So for example, in this first situation, bromine is a better nucleophile. And this is because bromine is larger. It's a larger atom, and so when it leaves on its own, it contains a negative charge. The negative charge is more spread out over its larger cloud, and so it's a better leaving group. And then in this second example, here we have a benzene bromine, while this one is a benzylic. Now, what's the difference? Well, benzylic is the carbon next to a benzene, while a benzene carbon is the one on the benzene ring itself. And benzene carbons are bad they're bad positions for Sn2 reactions. So this bromine right here, labeled in purple, is not a good leaving group, while the one we have over here that's benzylic is a good leaving group. And so if we choose this bromine, the benzylic one on the second one, and we choose this bromine instead of the fluorine on the first one, our products should look like this, where we have our fluorine over here not changed, and our sodium cyanide is inverted and going to the back as a dash. And same thing with the second one. Our benzene ring will remain the same if we perform our Sn2 reaction. Our benzene bromine will not change, and our benzylic bromine, which we did not show our in stereochemistry over here, what we should have. Say for example this bromine is on a wedge, then our sodium cyanide is going to be on a dash. So that is what competing leaving groups is.